Hello friends, welcome to my channel Code GP. Today we are going to learn about generics. So here I have one image that in that image I have described some important point about generics. So let's see them. So friends, generics are typically used for collections. We already seen what are collections in Java. So let's continue. So generics are typically used for collections when the parameter types for the collection rather than the base type are given. So generics are particularly defined by uh, diamond operator, which is diamond operator, which avoids duplicate declaration. Uh, for example, here is an example to use the diamond operator. Suppose we are creating array list of string, so it will be create like this list sorry new or list diamond operators constructor and here the interface name list data type string and object name is data. So friends, let's see the what that terms. Here array list is a base type. This array list is a base type and string is a parameter type. Now, this string is a parameter type. Now friends, let's see what are the types of a generic. The first type is generic type. For example, list extends collections in or map key and values. Next type is parameterized types. For example, list, string, languages. This is parameterized type generic. Next type is raw types. For example, list. Later on, formal type parameters. For example, list parameter type is the type of parameter. Actual type arguments. For example, list string is the type argument. So friends, now let's cover some introduction theory part about generics. So, so you can create classes, methods or data structures using generic programming that can handle various sorts of data. Uh, we utilize a special placeholder commonly termed as T for type. What is meant by T is for type. Instead of specifying the precise kind of data they deal with, such as int or string, because it can interact with several forms of data without requiring different code for each one. This increases the flexibility and reuse of your code. Generics make it easier to write code that is more effective and maintainable. So friends, now let's see a code example of generic. So friends, here I have one class with name vessel. So to convert it into generic class, we have to define the generic parameter here. So let's do that. First of all, we have to take the diamond operators and type parameter t in angle brackets. This is our type parameter, which we define the generic class with diamond operators using type parameter t. Okay, so let's define variable content private variable content with type parameter t. Save the code. Now friends, let's generate letters and setters for instance variable content t. So right click, click on source, select generate getters and setters and select the content variable and click on generate. Okay, right? So now we have created a getters and setters for instance variable t. Getters and setters are nothing but the get content and set content methods. This method allows us to set and get the content of the vessel. Now, friends, let's go into main method and create an instance of vessel with type parameter string. So, how to create that? Let's see that. So, first of all, write new class name. Our class name is vessel. Diamond operator and constructor. Okay, now let's save the code. Now again here write the class name, diamond operator and data type string. We type parameter and the instance name is vessel in small letters. So friends, so we have create an instance of vessel with the type parameter string. The name of our instance is vessel in small letters. Okay friends, now we are going to set the content of for vessel to oil to oil. What does our vessel contains? Our vessel contains oil. So we are setting that content with the use of dot set content method. So let's do that. Vessel dot set, select this method content set content and pass the content name as oil. So I have passed the content name as oil. Now save the code. Now friends, let's write the code to retrieve and print the content of the vessel. So string content, string content, vessel dot get content. Okay friends, save the code, get content, give the semicolon. Now friends, let's write the code to get our output as vessel content oil. Pass the parameter content variable content. Okay friends, our complete code is ready. We have defined one generic class here with name vessel, which allows us to create instance of vessel with name vessel. Later on, what we have done, we have declared here one a private variable with name content of type parameter t to store the content of the vessel. Later on, we have generate the getters and setters for the type parameter variable content t, and later on we move in the main method and call the set content and get content method to get our output as oil. So friends, now let's uh, run our program. So friends, now you can see that our output is oil. Now friends, let's see another example of generics of generic method. In that example, we are going to use the generic method to store the different data. So let's continue to our code. Now I am going to create one generic method uh, with name data, public public static type parameter t, void data t, type parameter and element. Now friends, let's see what these are the method parameters. What is t and element? T type parameter and element means if we are passing any string here, so that will be an element here, or any integer value if you are passing. Suppose if we are passing 10 here, so 10 will be an element here, and the data type t of integer data type. This is parameter type, which is of this t is used for any data type here. Okay, friends. So let's continue to code. So friends, let's write our output code for our method data. So output will be received received data received data plus received data plus element. Okay, friends. Now friends, let's go into main method and pass the parameters to our method data with different data types. Okay, let's continue. So I am passing 10 here, 10. Again calling method data, passing the word, passing the string generics here. I have passed the string generics. Again data. I am passing the pi value 3.14 here. Okay, friends. Okay, friends. So now let's run our program to get the output. Now, friends, you can see that we do have an output: receive data 10, receive data generics, and receive data 3.14. So, friends, in this way we can set the method in generics and pass any type of data using method using generics. So friends, what actually this program is doing for us by using generics, it allows the data method. This program allows the data method to work with various data types, without specifying the explicitly without specifying the type explicitly when defining the method. We don't have to specify any data type when we define at the start when we define the method at the start. Rather, the actual data type will be determined when we call the method, which makes the code flexible and reusable for different types of data. Okay, friends. See, friends, I have to again elaborate about this diamond operator with the type parameter t here. Why we have used this type parameter before void word. So let's see that we use we use this type parameter t to indicate that the method this method is a generic method with type parameter t. This type parameter t tells the compiler that the method can work with any data type, and t is a placeholder for the actual data type that will be used when the method is called. And when we call this generic method, the compiler infers the actual data type based on the argument we do provide to this method. For example, here we have passed the value 10. Here we have passed the value 10. The compiler knows that the t should be integer. Then the compiler knows that the t should be integer because 10 is an integer. Okay, friends, this is all about this type parameter t and the generic method data. So friends, I this is all about basics of generics. I hope that you understand well about the basics of generics. Friends, you have to practice more to get more understanding about the generics. You have to practice more code of programs based on generics, which will give you more understanding about generics. So friends, thank you for watching this video. We will learn other concepts of Java in our next video. So friends, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel CodeGP. Keep coding, happy coding. Thank you once again.